Hello guys, John with you again, and welcome to part 7, build update number 7 for the TAMIYA 88. Now in this update we've got the figures, we've got them all completed, and we also have everything all set up now and ready for painting. I'll show you in a second what I mean for that, about that should I say. So anyway, let's start off with the figures. There's 9 figures in total. Okay, there's 8 that come with the gun, and there's one chap then that comes with the motorcycle. We made him first, if you can remember. Okay, so we have another really quick close-up of this handsome chap. Okay, let's see if I can kind of get him a bit more light that way. Okay, set it, stop, John. Okay, it's not bad, nicely detailed, some nice little curves and things there in the jacket. Should be able to get them quite nice indeed. Okay, so then we have our commander figure from the gun set. Now one thing that you could say about these figures, they're a bit on the chunky side. They are. But there's our commander. Okay, he's got binoculars, pistol, scout holder there, and also he's got a map case and his binos. Okay. Excuse me. We've got the aimer. I call him the aimer. I don't know exactly what his job is, but he's the chap that he's playing around with one of the wheels. Yep, one of the up and down or whatever, whichever wheel it does. Okay, this chap anyway, he fiddles with them. He's a wheel fiddler. Okay, now we got our chap here with the aiming scope. Okay. Right. Aiming scope chap. We have one of the loaders. Okay. The rounds actually fit into his hand, and just obviously I don't have them on now because the rounds will be painted separate colour and they'll be popped into his hands when the whole thing is painted. Plus if you put a round in there, it's going to be hard to get into it, to his uniform and things. It'd be totally awkward. Same as if you had a rifle. I wouldn't bother putting the rifle in there now either. I'd make it that he could pop it in later. Okay, so it's one of the loaders. Here's our second loader. Right. He's got the round nice and high, and he's popping it up the spout. Okay, so there's our second loader. Here's our third loader. Okay, and he's got the round pointing downwards. Okay, it's the tip of the round now is getting its fuse set on the fuse setter, which is at the side of the gun. And that sets when it's going to explode, whether it's an airburst or blow inside or quick delay after the initial burst through. Depends what they're going for. To me, if they're going into a house, they put a split-second delay on it so the round won't explode on the outside of the house. It'll barge its way through and then explode inside. Cunning, isn't it? Yeah. And believe it or not, that back in World War II, that was when they started that technology, really. Okay, and the whole basis of it was really for knocking out aircraft, so you could kind of get a burst near enough the aircraft would knock it out rather than having to get a direct hit. Okay, so either the shock wave will get you, or bits of exploding metal. We had a double chance of getting hit. And they didn't really have to get a direct hit. Okay, so our last two guys there, they're the chaps that are sitting in the seat. We got the aimer and probably the fire. One is the gun setter and the other is I think this is the gun setter guy, or the fuse setter. He's sitting there, the fuse setter, and the other chap then is sitting at the the actual gun controls. Okay, so that's our figures. Like I said, there's 8 figures in the set, and 1 then separate for his motorcycle, so that's 9 altogether. So I have them all ready for painting. As you can see, they're on their sticks. I just have to go over and give them a final little clean down, especially on seams where the arms meet the shoulders. Just need a bit of a clean off, and 1 or 2 of them there spotted. So that's the figures. Then we've got our gun. I have that now all on little stalks. Okay, I have it nicely taken apart there for painting. Okay, so here's our gun base. All I did there was just drill a small tiny little hole in the bottom of it. Nobody's going to see it. Okay, and just pop in a toothpick. Okay, tiny little hole, toothpick into that. Just push it up. There we go. You can paint. I can paint away with that. I'm quite happy with that. Alright, so we've got the gun cradle, right, without the gun. Just for getting into here, because I mean they would have to be painted silver from the sliding up and down in it, and so much easier to do it like that rather than doing it when the gun is in position. Okay, and the same thing for getting in all the little bits and pieces like that. So even for weathering, it's much easier to get in there with it taken apart, and there's really no gluing to get it back together again either. Okay, and here we have our barrel. Also on this little stock I've got the Zundap. Okay, that's on a cocktail stick as well. Right, we've got the Zundap, and then I have another box of tricks, shall we say. With the bogies, I'm just going to put a bit of blue tack and pop them onto bottles. Okay, very very handy. Say, you know, a bottle like that, bit of blue tack or whatever, you know, you got yourself a nice little handy hold, as well as something that's reusable. You're not kind of anyway. So we've got our shield. Okay, same idea again. It's just on a cocktail stick. Right, and it's handy, this one. That's going to be the mounting place, so it doesn't matter that it doesn't get painted. So there's that part. Right, we've got our 4-wheel hubs. Okay, 2 and 2, 4. Got all our wheels. Okay, even though you're sort of talking about rubber, excuse me, having real rubber and put that onto a diode, they actually stick out like a sore fucking thumb. I think, okay, personally I think, I mean, people that haven't say repainted them, they stick out like a sore thumb. I know it's rubber on rubber, so it should be right, but for some weird reason it doesn't work. So once you paint them with rubber black, which is totally ridiculous, makes no sense whatsoever, you're basically painting them the exact same as they are, but they look better. Why? I don't know. It's just, and it's not me, a lot of people have actually said that as well. Okay, I've got the 2 rifles out there, right, there's the 2 rifles, they're ready to go. Got the ammo crates. Okay, all the ammo crates all nicely ready to go. Okay, these are open ones and our closed ones. Right, same idea again, like I said, just stick the toothpick in an area that is not going to inhibit painting, and even if it does, you can go back in afterwards and you only have a tiny little spot to fix, rather than trying to, say, you know, bulldog clip or whatever. Just so much easier to do it that way. So in the next video we'll have the first couple of layers down of the painting, and hope you join me for that. So to join me for that, first of all you have to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell, and by hitting the bell you'll be notified straight away when I put up the video. So anyway, lads, thanks very much for taking your time out to watch this one. Thank you for subscribing, for those of you who have, and for those of you who haven't just yet, go on, please subscribe to the channel, and you'll have more of the same. Basically, I'm not a professional modeler, don't pretend to be a professional modeler, I'm a hobby modeler, and I like sharing my bits and pieces. A lot of people like seeing it, and we get some handy hints and tips on the cheap side, as in, you know, different things you can use for stuff that are basically just sold under a different name, but when they're sold under the label of being for this hobby, they sort of seem to command a premium. What I use for Airbrush Cleaner would be, I suppose, the most ideal one of all. I can buy Airbrush Cleaner, buy it from England, okay, I'm in Ireland for those of you that don't know, and I get a bottle this size, right? Bottle that size, £7 sterling, not bad. And then I'm talking about, say, delivery, another €2 or €3, so it's about tenner sterling, which works out at maybe about €12 or €13, or yeah, about €12 or €13. For the past 2 years, okay, I've been cleaning the exact same airbrush. No, not this stuff actually. No, I'm out of it. But I've been using the exact same airbrush from start to finish. It's only a cheap airbrush. I take it apart regularly and give it a good cleaning. This stuff is absolutely brilliant for cleaning. Cleans my brushes really nice. It doesn't destroy them or anything like that. And it's simple as this. It's Surgical Spirit. Okay, not mixed with anything, straight out of Boots. Surgical Spirit. I get a 500ml bottle of it for €4.50. That's €4.50. So I get twice as much as the small bottle, and I get it for less than half the price. So it'd be kind of stupid not to. Same when it comes to sanders. I use the sanders you'll find in makeup departments for ladies' nails. Okay, you can get a nice kind of a range from rough right down to super fine, at a total fraction of the cost. Granted, they mightn't last as long as some of the modelling ones. Some of those modelling ones are very long lasting, and they're of excellent quality. I'm not saying they're not of excellent quality. They are. They're 10 times better quality than what you're getting in your local pharmacy or your pound shop. But the local pound shop and things like that, they do their job. I might get a week or two out of, say, a set of sanders. Say if I get 2 weeks out of them and they cost me £1, I'm happy that way, rather than it'll cost me, say, more in the long run. But when you're on a budget, it's easier to a few quid here, barely notice it, rather than sort of saving up and having to go off and pay for postage and packaging and all that kind of stuff. So little hints and tips like that, and people give them. And don't forget to go over and look at the Facebook page. It's over there on Facebook, same name, John Moore's Scale Models. So I'll stop rambling on now, and I'll leave you with this, the last little bit of the building and everything else preparation. Next time you'll see it, we'll have start putting paint on it. Okay, so until then, lads, stay safe, enjoy your modelling, and go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it. It's John signing off. I'll catch you on the next one, lads. Stay safe.